Hi, my name is Ayo Duyule, and I'd like to thank you for this interview.
Question 1. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
The first thing I'd like to let you know about myself is the name Ayo is a Yoruba term meaning joy's return home. Yoruba is a tribe of Nigeria, where both of my parents are from. They came to America to provide a better life for me and my siblings in the late 1980s. For this, I feel as though it's my motivation to provide them with a better life and myself and my future family. But being from Prince George's County, Maryland, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C., makes it hard to provide a better life with as many distractions as there are, especially the tough task of going to college. After making sure I went to college at Old Dominion University, I decided that I would switch my major from computer engineering to computer science. This then prompted me to make a transfer to Temple University, where I'm enrolled in their computer science major, and I'm also involved in the general business studies minor. Here at Temple University, I'm involved in two major organizations. The first organization is the NAACP. The NAACP is an organization geared towards the upliftment of colored people, where my particular position, Juvenile Justice Chair, serves as an uplifter of the youth of North Philadelphia. The second organization I am involved in, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Pi Rho Chapter. The Alpha Phi Alpha mission statement is to develop leaders while providing service and advocacy for our communities. I particularly study in Director of Educational Activities. My role as Director of Educational Activities here at the Pi Rho Chapter is to make sure that school-related functions are coordinated well and smoothly and coordinated good with the school.
Question 2. Tell me about a significant accomplishment in your life.
I'd like to think a significant accomplishment in my life has to be securing an internship. Throughout my college career, I've struggled with getting internships. I've always been told since day one, get an internship by my mentors, by my parents, by my peers, by my teachers. So I've always taken an extra focus in getting an internship. I found myself that I have not succeeded in getting an internship early in my college career due to my poor GPA, my poor resume, and my lack of connections with employers in my field. Last year, I took an initiative to get my GPA up, to also boost my resume, and also make numerous connections. One connection in particular I made was with Mr. Tim LaFay of Aetna. Me and him began corresponding via email, and finally he prompted me to put in an application for Aetna, which I did. Secondly, after I put in the application, I had to make sure my application stood out above the rest. So I began contacting more employees of Aetna and making my presence felt prior to working there. After being accepted and hired for the job, I then worked there in the summer of 2012, where I made sure I worked hard and made sure my presence was felt among all the interns at Aetna's campus. Excuse me. Working hard had finally paid off, where I finally have received another offer letter to work at Aetna's corporate office in Hartford, Connecticut for summer 2013. I definitely find this as a big accomplishment in my life, and I'm not taking it lightly. And I've used this as a stepping stone to build more connections with more companies I would love to work with.
Question 3. Tell me about something you've learned in this class.
I've learned so many things from this class, and it's hard to pick one. But the first thing I think I've learned in this class is about culture. Culture involves many different things, which include values, norms, and beliefs. This sticks out to me is because I have a deep-rooted culture. As I said before, I'm Nigerian. So I feel as though companies who don't have culture are lacking in having quality service and things of that nature. The second thing that I've learned from this class is I believe I would call it intangible. I think making connections with employers is a very, very big deal. I feel as though our teacher has made it a big deal in making the LinkedIn account and making connection with our dream employers, which is putting on the right path for a job of our dreams. Finally, I feel as though the last and most important thing that he's taught us is another intangible. Being a top 20%er is always key. And it's been told to me by many people, but it's been stressed by our teacher. He's made it clear that the best companies and the most valued companies only want top 20%ers. And if we don't work hard enough to do what we have to do to get our GPA to the level of a top 20%er, to get our skills with interviewing to the level of top 20%er, or anything similar to that, that we won't be getting the dream job of our choosing. So I'd like to think that those three things are the most important things that I've learned from this class, amongst a broad variety of things. But I'd like to thank you for this time of this interview, and have a good day.